This is when you realize the narcissist is never sorry. When entangled with a narcissist in a relationship, expect a gradual isolation from those who genuinely care for you. The love and respect others show you become triggers for the narcissist's anger. They systematically drain your resources until you're left with nothing. Even the smallest achievements or joys in your life can trigger envy and rage in them. Witnessing your growth and acceptance by others fills them with immense sorrow. While they may feign concern, their true motive is to undermine and destroy you from within. Do narcissists ever feel remorse for the pain they cause? Do they lack awareness of their actions? Sadly, narcissists are fully cognizant of the suffering they inflict. Despite any claims of innocence, they know the harm they've done. However, their profound lack of empathy prevents them from truly understanding or caring about your pain. Their incapacity for genuine connections stems from this absence of empathy. Moreover, they struggle to admit the immorality of their actions or accept accountability. To them, harming you was merely a consequence of your presence in their orbit. When faced with evidence, but lacking a clear target for blame, narcissists resort to their default mode of assigning fault to others. Their absence of remorse is glaringly evident. They show no signs of regret. Typically, they respond by maintaining their course, downplaying the gravity of the situation, or trying to distance themselves from it. A person's reaction to past failures or misdeeds can often indicate whether they exhibit narcissistic tendencies. Before delving deeper into why narcissists never offer apologies, I want to extend a warm welcome and express gratitude for your time spent watching this video. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on new content. Now, let's continue. Today's discussion centers on the stark reality that narcissists lack genuine remorse for their actions and how they minimize the repercussions of their mistakes. Narcissists never truly feel or express sincere regret or repentance for their wrongdoings. Instead, they view any accusation as an opportunity to engage in various cognitive processes, starting with their perpetual efforts to justify their behavior. To them, everything revolves around rationalizing their actions and words, often suggesting that those who were affected by their behavior somehow deserved it. Narcissists, driven by their paranoid tendencies, often perceive non-existent threats or dangers, which they use to justify their animosity towards others or the defensive measures they've taken. They also have a habit of downplaying the significance of their actions. Rather than acknowledging their harsh words or deeds, they attribute the other person's reaction to hypersensitivity. They might claim that their hurtful remarks were intended as jokes, implying that the other person simply lacks a sense of humor. Narcissists manipulate situations to make you believe that if you take their words seriously, the fault lies with you, not them. They may deceive you with such remarks, expecting you to fall for their ploy. To cover up their malicious deeds, they metaphorically bury the evidence. Narcissists want you to believe they suffer from selective amnesia, conveniently forgetting certain events, especially their own wrongdoings. They do this to shift the focus onto others' faults, allowing them to justify their actions. When slighted or injured, they prefer to hold grudges indefinitely rather than forgive and forget. Conversely, they swiftly forget their own transgressions, sometimes even fabricating false evidence to convince themselves they are the victim. The twisted nature of their memories or their attempts to bury them makes it seem as though they cannot recall past events accurately. Narcissists deliberately sow miscommunications due to their negligent handling of matters, employing 3 key strategies to evade accountability for their actions or accusations. They either rationalize their behavior, diminish its importance, or outright ignore it. Instead of owning up to their actions, they shift blame onto others, denying any responsibility. They readily admit fault, attributing it to someone else. Narcissists lack the capacity for genuine remorse. While some may feign apologies, they harbor no true regret. If you sense this insincerity, the narcissist will be relieved if you refrain from revisiting the issue, as they detest facing their own weaknesses. It's crucial to hold narcissists accountable for their behavior, as they persist in making excuses. Recognizing the signs of narcissism is vital, and we must not allow them to trivialize or justify the harm they inflict. Narcissists typically avoid those who challenge their control to shield themselves from further repercussions. However, it's imperative to make it clear that we won't tolerate their manipulative behavior any longer. Don't expect genuine apologies from narcissists. They lack true remorse for hurting others. Their self-centered nature leads them to believe they can act with impunity without consequences. The next topic is, this is what narcissists do when their lies are exposed. We'll explore how narcissists attempt to rectify their wrongdoings. Well, not exactly atonement, as they never express remorse, but more like restoring the situation to its previous state with minimal personal sacrifice. While most people seek reconciliation or resolution after a conflict, narcissists' approach is distinct. Given their penchant for mischief and harm, narcissistic traits often lead to communication breakdowns and conflicts. Apologizing is not an option for narcissists. They would rather avoid acknowledging their faults and shift blame onto others or circumstances. To sidestep accountability, narcissists employ various strategies, 3 of which I'll discuss today. Firstly, if they can't deflect blame onto someone else, narcissists prefer that their mistakes be swept under the rug. They aim to create a scenario where everyone forgets what transpired, hoping you'll never bring it up again. Additionally, narcissists are averse to hearing the truth, especially regarding their flaws. If you act as though nothing happened, they interpret it as you looking out for their best interests. Secondly, narcissists rely on specific criteria to ensure their reconciliation or make-up attempts are successful. One of their favorite tactics is buying you additional time. This approach is employed by narcissists across various relationships, whether familial, friendly, professional, or romantic. When a narcissist realizes they've offended you, they may give you space, avoiding the need to apologize or address the issue directly. This tactic forces you to distance yourself or refrain from communication for a period, so that upon your return, bringing up past conflicts seems trivial. After some time, they approach you with smiles and gifts, pretending as if there was never any tension between you. The narcissist expects you to reciprocate their gesture and be swayed by their charm. You're expected to either continue the relationship as if nothing happened or start afresh by disregarding past events. However, narcissists rarely change, and the cycle repeats. They employ the same manipulative tactics while trying to convince you that things will be different. Yet, they revert to their old ways. If you attempt to address their actions again, they'll accuse you of being pessimistic and dwelling on the past. They may go to great lengths to convince you that dwelling on the past reflects poorly on you and that you should focus on the present and move forward with your life. It's important to highlight that narcissists lead a life of double standards. They refuse to take responsibility or apologize for their actions or their fault. However, when you make a mistake, they are quick to blame you. They are eager to guilt-trip you for hours, forcing you to admit fault and insisting that everything is your responsibility. This hypocrisy cannot be overlooked. Returning to our discussion, narcissists give you ample time to move on from their actions because they believe you will continue with your life without addressing what they've done. Another tactic is for the narcissist to sit and seemingly agree with you while you speak. While this may make them appear attentive and interested, it's all an act. To appease you, the narcissist may even nod in agreement or accept responsibility, but they have no intention of truly owning up to their actions. In their mind, they've done nothing wrong. They want you to believe they're taking responsibility when, in reality, they are not. They might apologize for everything, yet they believe there's nothing for which to apologize. Instead of acknowledging their behavior, they opt for statements like, "Okay, I'm sorry if I did anything wrong," etc. Narcissists consistently strive to appear reasonable without actually taking responsibility, always seeking new ways to seem rational while evading personal accountability. Thirdly, when unable to dictate terms, narcissists often resort to seduction as a final ploy. Instead of engaging in genuine communication, they believe that sweet talk, or even better, sexual advances will resolve the issue. Seeking forgiveness, they manipulate your emotions, aiming to persuade you that they deserve your trust. Their goal is to weaken your resolve and manipulate your feelings. To feign remorse and closeness, narcissists exploit physical proximity, which ultimately deflects from the actual problem. In each scenario, the narcissist's aim is to avoid addressing their wrongdoing. They prefer a make-up and kiss approach over discussing the root cause. Unfortunately, this tactic often proves effective for them. They rely on vague generalizations about the issue and make empty promises of change. When it comes to owning up to their actions, narcissists simply lack the capacity and believe they have no need to apologize to anyone or anything. To reconcile, the narcissist expects the other party to act as though no transgression occurred, attributing any conflict to a mere misunderstanding. However, our goal is to dispel these illusions and confront the narcissist with the truth of the matter. I hope this explanation has been enlightening. Please share your thoughts and opinions on this topic in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on new videos. Your support and time are greatly valued. Thank you.